welcome. This is Sahara playing Dragon Age Inquisition, and we are in the palace trying to find the assassin. After Celene, we're with Guestpard here. He's the only one that we got our invitation through him, so he's thinking that we're backing him, but we're here actually to stop the Binatari from assassinating Celene. Aren't we exciting people?
I can't imagine that crowd has seen anything better than us in their entire lives.
You're a woman after my own heart, my lady. As a friend, perhaps there is a matter you could undertake this evening. This elven woman, Briara, I suspect that she intends to disrupt the negotiations. My people have found these ambassadors all over the fortifications. Sabotage seems the least of their crimes.
I assume I have a mask on because my codex updated saying when I took this that I was going to have formal wear and a mask, but I have it marked that I don't have headgear showing.
That sounds like something I should look into.
Be as discreet as possible. I detest the game, but if we do not play it well, our enemies will make us look like villains. We're keeping the court waiting, Inquisitor. Shall we?
But aren't you a villain? In your own way, aren't you a villain?
Is that the Inquisitor?
What? Imatia? Don't be absurd.
Enter the Winter Palace.
I've heard.
The Orlesian court is pleased to see a noble, even a martyr, leading the Inquisition. You're off to a good start. Oh, okay. Court approval, 45 of 100. So let's go ahead and do the codex here. Characters. I imagine that's going to be Gaspard. Yep, here he is. Grand Duke Gaspard. Lady Manthelian? I can offer no apology for my nephew's behavior the other night. Gaspard has never betrayed any interest in following my advice. In truth, everything he said to you at your dinner party, he has also said to me. His resentment of being deprived of the throne has festered for some time, and he was never one to accept defeat gratefully. I would take Gaspard's threats of war seriously. I do not believe my nephew knows how to resolve problems through the use of anything, but still, if his record on the battlefield is any indication, he is quite adept at so doing. I shall be increasing my personal guard directly. Sincerely, Duke Gratlin? Was there another one? I don't see it. Do we have anything else? Oh, places. Here we go. Halamishero? Halamshiro. After the glorious reclamation of the Dells, the elven capital lay empty and in ruins for years, a haven for bandits and highwaymen and all manner of miscreants. The land lay unused until the Exalted Age, when Alphonse, Valmont, the very lion himself, declared that a palace should be built there in honor of the valiant actions of his brothers in besting the armies of false Emperor Xavier Draken. Originally called Chateau Lion, it was designed as a grand retreat for the Emperor's brothers and their families. The city of Halamishir grew around the palace. The first records of its existence appear in the Storm Age, when Emperor Cyril granted the title of Marquis to Sir Reginald Montclair for administration of Halamishiro. An elven uprising destroyed Chateau Lion in the Blessed Age. When Emperor Judical I rebuilt it, he named the new retreat the Winter Palace. It was designed more for the Emperor and his immediate family than for any catted branches of House Valmont, and became the heart of the Imperium court in the darkest months of winter. Sorry, I stumble over the reading with the names. I think that was the only one. If it was. Okay. So, I need to explore the palace gardens. I need the court approval up to 100. I got something on my eyes. Excuse me. This kind of reminds me of Dragon Age 2, where we did the DLC where we went to the Duke's palace. Yeah. I hope they're not going to be discovered the Emerald Crown. Anyone we can talk to here? Doesn't look like
Is
it.
that the Inquisitor?
A martyr? The Maker has an odd sense of humor.
Really? Aha, here's some a noblewoman.
Pardon me, my lady. Have you seen a ring anywhere? It was a gift from the Countess Montbelliard, enchanted by the Fomari. I cannot go into the ball without it.
Is it valuable?
Is this ring particularly valuable?
Its worth in coin is not as important as its social value. It was a gift from a member of the Council of Heralds. If she finds out I lost it, she will never forgive me. Not even if I live to be 1,000 years old.
Well, yeah.
That's a terrible predicament.
If the Countess finds out, make her have mercy. Should you happen upon it, I beg you, let me know.
So we got a quest. Search for her lost ring. That was too easy. It was over there in the fountain, girl. Where you left it, probably. You dropped it when you were drinking.
Maker, what am I going to do if I cannot find my ring?
Keep the ring? No, I found it. Court approval. You just gain court approval, which is usually the result of finesse, entertaining people, or keeping up appearances. The higher court approval is, the better.
Is this the ring you are looking for?
You are a treasure. I cannot believe you found it. You have saved me a lifetime of mortification. How can I thank you enough?
Okay, so court approval went up to 50. Anyone else I need to talk to?
Lady Nightingale makes me nervous.
Why? Anyone here?
Is it true the Inquisitor was handed out of the Fade by Andraste?
Yes. Yes, it's true. Can I open this? Nope. Requires storage key. I figured it would be too easy.
Are all the Delanceys here?
Maker, I hope not.
Are all the Delanceys here?
Maker, I hope not.
More hollow statuettes. Okay. So this is unlock the eastern storage. Is there someone down here that I didn't talk to?
Where has that servant gone? Elves, always shirking their duties.
Anyone here? Can I talk to you? Claim anything? Can I claim anything? That's pretty cool, Griffin. Alright, so I guess I got as much as open as I can. There may be someone or something in the Winter Palace gardens that will shed some light on the Civil War. Is that the garden up there? Is it? Okay. You say so. Because I can't get anywhere else. Boy, I haven't gone up here. Have I? Anyone here you can talk to? Hello? I can pick up? Oh. Pick up hollow statuette. Oh, okay. I need 10. Codex unlocked. Superstitions of the royal family. Alright. Oh, it's going to be up. Well, quite a bit up. Superstitions. Well, it should be right through here then. Oh, here it is. Superstitions of the royal family. The Belmont family has its quirks. Every family does. But the Belmonts lean particularly toward the occult. Emperor Revel the Mad believed in ghosts. He was certain that his mother continued to advise him after her death, and that the angry shade of his twin brother sought his downfall. He employed the services of soothsayers to convey messages from beyond the grave, and to stave off his slain brother's wrath. His son, Emperor Judical, had a fascination for all things ancient and arcane. It is said that his desire to reconstruct the palace of Halamishar after an elven uprising destroyed it was due more to his interest in the site itself than in politics or the game. They say he chose to spend the winter months at this family retreat because he believed the palace located at a nexus of elven magic, that spending time there would grant him longer life, as with the fabled immortal elves. In the end, the palace did not prevent his death due to heart failure. No, I imagine. His youngest son, Prince Renaud, had a similar interest in elves and the Dells. He collected carvings of Hala, the Dalish beasts of burden sacred to one of their false gods. The statuettes, all the work of Dalish artisans during the long walk, were kept in his room in the Winter Palace. When his daughter ascended to the throne, she had them repurposed as keys. But why? And for what? No one can know. Well, that's interesting. Keys? Really? So I need 10 of them.
Lady Nightingale makes me nervous.
So what nice things do you have here? Just a lightning staff, nothing spectacular. Okay. Lady Nightingale makes you nervous. Why? Okay, let's go on this one then. Approach the talking nobles. Okay, we got one there. Aha! Pick up storage key. Oh, we found that one. Storage key was down in the on this side. All right, let's talk to him.
This is a private conversation. Please leave.
Interesting.
Okay. I guess I'm not in the right place. Do they know I'm here? Eavesdrop. Okay, here we go. How come it's not working? Oh.
Any word from the front lines?
My spies said the bodies were beyond counting.
Surely the Empress will put an end to the war tonight.
Pray, my friend. If the Maker does not hear us now, just pray.
Okay. So what did that have to do with anything? And now he's not talking. Okay. I need to go open up the storage, which is over here. Aha, take scandalous password. Scandalous password. Secrets gathered. Deliver. Look at all this crap I gotta pick up. Uh-oh. Pick up Caprice coin. Codex unlocked. Orlasian Caprice coins. Yep, this is very much like Dragon Age 2. It's gonna be a stupid game. Caprice coins. Orlasian. Here it is. Orlasian Caprice coins. Victory in the grand game is not merely determined by what one has at one's command, one's connections, and one's machinations, but what one is willing to give up. The clearest example is the Caprice. Each coin is traditionally a gift. They were once tokens of regard, favors for chevaliers from their lovers or patrons. Throwing them into a fountain was rooted in superstition. The token was offered as a sacrifice, a bribe to Andraste to keep the chevalier safe on a battlefield. The more one had to offer to the waters, the better one's chances of escaping the caprices of fate, hence the name. Over time, the superstitious aspects of the custom faded. Now the caprice is a mark of status. The more coins one has, the more public the spectacle of throwing them away, the stronger one's position in the game. Which is what we had to do before. Okay. So I got that. So we're going to be finding all this weird crap. That's basically what you're trying to tell us. Okay, so there's something over... There was something over here that was sparkling. Now it's not.
It's been too long since I've had any word from Valois.
Anyone else want to talk? Looks like it's going to rain. You guys be careful.
Inquisitor, a moment, if you please. I'm sure you know how to handle most nobility, but the game is nothing like the Free March's intrigues. It is no simple matter of etiquette and protocol. Every word, every gesture is measured and evaluated for weakness.
I'll be careful.
I'll keep my guard up. Don't worry.
The game is like Wicked Grace played to the death. You must never reveal your cards. When you meet the Empress, the eyes of the entire court will be upon you. You are safer in the Fade with the Fear Demon.
Warn the others as well. That's a cheery thought. Yeah, warn the others as well.
It might be a good idea for the others to hear this warning. Especially Sarah. Maybe tell her twice.
Yeah.
I'll have a few discreet words. Everything will be fine.
I never thought about...
Stay watch over us all.
I never thought about that with Sarah, though. Okay. The Winter Palace discovered festival. Can't go there, that's closed anyway. I'm just waiting for something to go ting ting so I can pick it up, discover it. Okay, that's closed off. Ting ting. Oh, we got stairs. Of course, you know, palace is going to be huge. I think I got lost in Skyhold. Ah. Okay. Anyone to talk to? Look that way.
Gaspard never struck me as pious. He must think he gains military advantage with the Inquisition.
Okay, we got someone to talk to over here. That's blocked off. Oh, that's Cassandra. Okay.
If nothing else, the Inquisition backing Gaspard would make Celene nervous. You know how pious she is.
Let's talk to Cassandra then.
The sooner we go in, the sooner we can get this over with.
How about Cullen?
It will take some time to get our men into the palace. I'll alert you when we're ready.
Okay, we look like we're from Star Trek or something the way we're dressed.
How can they call this a vestibule? It's a foyer.
Please, it's barely half the size of the foyer in the Imperial Palace. It's obviously just a vestibule.
I'd call it more of an antechamber myself.
No one asked you.
You guys are so
I had
sweet.
hoped to tour the Royal Wing Gardens again.
I have heard they are the finest in the Empire. It's such a pity the wing is sealed. I heard Celene was having the entire wing redecorated, but the timing is atrocious.
Why would she do such a thing now?
So you guys aren't
How could the
talking.
Empress afford to renovate the palace without war going on?
I heard that it wasn't renovations at all. The palace was damaged by Gaspard's catapults.
He fired on the Winter Palace? That's monstrous.
Okay, so they're all talking crap. What? Oh. How did I get it to work last time? There we go.
Good to know.
Okay, scandalous secrets gathered.
I heard the Grand Duke invited the Inquisition here.
Yep, that's who I am. Oh, okay.
Just gossip.
Okay, so that's what I'm supposed to do, I guess. Were there any more places? Grand Duke Gaspard, can we talk to you? Oh, I didn't know this was taking this in already.
And now presenting Grand Duke Gaspard de Chalon, and accompanying him, Lady Inquisitor Trevelyan, daughter of Ban Trevelyan of Ostwick. Vanquisher of the rebel mages of Ferelden, crusher of the vile apostates of the Mage Underground,
He is so full of it. That's not how it went.
Champion of the Blessed Andraste herself.
Did you see their faces? Priceless.
Accompanying the Inquisitor, Seeker, Cassandra, Allegra, Portia, Calogera, Philomena.
Get on with it.
Pantagast, 14th cousin to the King of Navarra, 9 times removed, hero of Orlais, right hand of the Divine. Madame Vivienne, first enchanter of the Circle of Magi, enchanter of the Imperial Court, mistress of the Duke of Ghislaine. Her ladyship, my bulls each, of course. Sir Callum Stanton Rutherford of Honley, commander of the forces of the Inquisition, former Knight Commander of Kirkwall. Lady Liliana, Nightingale of the Imperial Court, veteran of the Fifth Blight, Seneschal of the Inquisition, and left hand of the Divine. And Lady Josephine Charette Montillier of Antiva City, Ambassador of the Inquisition.
Oh, am I supposed to go down there? I didn't know that. Sorry, I didn't realize I was supposed to go down there. I was like, are those my people? We were not moving very fast. Do I go up? What do I do?
Cousin, my dear sister.
Grand Duke, we are always honored when your presence graces our court.
Don't waste my time with pleasantries, Celene. We have business to conclude.
We will meet for the negotiations after we have seen to our other guests.
Inquisitor?
Lady Inquisitor, we welcome you to the Winter Palace. Allow us to present our cousin, the Grand Duchess of Leeds, without whom this gathering would never have been possible.
What an unexpected pleasure. I was not aware the Inquisition would be part of our festivities. We will certainly speak later, Inquisitor.
Your arrival at court is like a cool wind on a summer's day.
Is that a good thing? The weather may turn foul. Oh, it's an honor.
I am delighted to be here, Your Majesty.
We have heard much of your exploits, Inquisitor. They have made grand tales for long evenings. How do you find Halam Shiral?
I can't do it credit? Call off the ball? I can't do it credit. It's lovely.
I've never seen anything to equal the Winter Palace.
We hope you will find time to take in some of its beauty. Feel free to enjoy the pleasures of the ballroom, Inquisitor. We look forward to watching you dance.
Oh, really?
Inquisitor, a word when you have a moment.
Okay. Hopefully I'm not going to like this. Courtesan look... Speak with Liliana. Okay. Empress. That's Corpius. That's Josephine, so she's got to be up here. Here she is. Empress Celene Valamont, my dear Vicod, I congratulate you on securing an invitation to appear at court. Allow me to present you with these 3 words of advice as a gift. Don't underestimate Celene. You must not mistake her reputation as a diplomat and peacemaker to mean she avoids conflict. Dozens of her enemies litter the bottom of the harbor in Val Royale. Negotiation did not send them there. She is as shrewd and ambitious as her grandfather. But unlike him, she knows how to handle the nobility. She built the University of Orlais, the most vehemently opposed project in Orlesian history, because she knew how to win the support she needed to overcome even her bitterest rivals. She can keep a pet apostate in front of the chantry because even the divine fears her influence. Do enjoy your visit to the palace. Okay. In other words, don't underestimate her. So I need
Papa's perfectly happy in the studio. Mother is the same as always.
Meaning she's after you to do more work.
Okay, so this is how we came in.
The Inquisition filled its ranks with other states.
You just know that we don't balance it. Do stop slouching.
Yeah, it looks like it's gonna rain or something, doesn't it?
Lady Solange Lévesque, Marquise of Montvert, Ambassador to the Court of Navarra. Accompanying the ambassador, her daughter, Lady Madeline, renowned poet and author.
Just looking around, these are all balconies I see. I was thinking it was way in or out. Alright, I'm just looking for something secret.
Revere not.
What were they doing in the western approach? It's a wasteland.
There's Colin. Deliver scandalous secrets to...
Lord Severin Ducey, Baron of Jada, accompanied...
Laurent was the love of my life. You remember my husband? Perhaps we can speak later, Inquisitor.
Okay. There's Vivian.
And here we are. You haven't embarrassed yourself as much as I feared. Well done, my dear.
Any words of wisdom for navigating the ballroom?
Speak to the Council of Heralds. 6 of them are here tonight. The 7th member of the Council is indisposed. His absence will complicate the negotiations. The Council are the highest-ranking players of the game. They see everything. They might know something we can use.
Tell me, Vivienne, where do you want the crown to fall?
What I want is irrelevant, darling. Orlais requires stability, and that is best served by Empress Celene.
I've always wondered, what's the Orlesian fascination with masks?
Yep.
We all wear masks, my dear, not just the people in Orlais. Who you are as a daughter, a lover, a friend are very different people from the Inquisitor and Herald of Andraste.
True.
Orlesians codify this truth, make it visible. By giving each of these selves its own separate face, they believe they can be their truest selves, unmasked.
I understand her concept, but it's stupid.
Anything happening I should know?
Keep an eye out for Celene's pet apostate. I've no doubt she's involved in this.
It seems like you enjoy this, Vivienne.
This is the game, Inquisitor. Of course I enjoy it. If I didn't, I'd be dead by now.
True.
Be ready to act when I give the signal.
Always, my dear.
Yep. Okay, I'm trying to find Vivian or Liliana. And also looking for Reed. We can do that. A compendium of Orlesian theater. The most unusual part of Orlesian theater, appropriately enough, revolves around our southern neighbors' love of masks. Every actor wears a mask, and every mask follows a hierarchy of shape and colors that indicates to the audience the character's importance. Half-base green masks indicate a leading male role, for example, while half-base purple masks are for primary female characters. Full white masks are reserved for roles of no clear gender, such as spirits, except for demons, whose masks must always be black and red. Further complicating matters for those new to Orlesian theater, an actor's face or sex has no bearing on the parts they can play. If a director believes they can sell the part, men can play dowagers, women can play dukes, and even an elf can play a king. Once donned, the mask is understood to be absolutely them. None of the actors I spoke to could explain to me the history behind this tradition, but bristled when I suggested other nations find it strange. There is a strong bond of trust between Orlesian theater troops and their viewers. Indeed, I have rarely attended such attentive audiences than in Battle Royale. It is my guess that Orlesians, surrounded as they are by masks in their daily lives, both require and fully respect a place where the objects boldly display their wearers' intentions for a change. An appendix at the back of this volume lists the appearance and meanings of Orlay's theatrical masks. These conventions are vital to understanding the history of its finest theater, a journey I hope you will find as rewarding as I have. Okay. There's Sarah. What do you have to say?
Crotch rub. Beats his squire. He's a she.
As a bastard. Extra toes. What a fun, close marrying crowd.
Any thoughts on who we're investigating?
The Empress is pretty. It'd be fun to drink and kill stuff with Gaspard. Brianna is friggin' funny. Elves, elves, elves. But it's really a pissing match with an old lover. Don't know the rest, but that explains a lot. They're all lying, but Celene's nice to look at. Good thing we're here to save her neck.
Any tips? How are you fitting in?
Making any new friends?
Not likely. I'm watching them watch you. They're all glances and titters. Not sure if they're allowed to like you yet. Pathetic.
Any hidden treasures from friends of your little network?
You mean, do any of the servants ferrying tarts between these windy tits hate them enough to give up a stash or two? I'm not saying yes, but wait, yes I am. There's some good stuff hidden around. Keep an eye out.
Okay.
Back soon.
Not going anywhere.
So why do we always have to flirt with Sarah?
Is that her?
The only one to survive the Temple of Sacred Ashes. Yes.
Are you happy to see me at all, Josie?
It may not have been wise to attend this particular engagement, Yvette.
I didn't want to come. Mother made me. At least Haram Sharal has such pretty gardens. They're so darling. I took out my parchment.
Not another book of poetry.
So that must be her sister.
Josephine! Oh, Josephine! Is this her?
Inquisitor, please allow me to present to you my younger sister, Yvette Gabriella Montillier.
A pleasure.
Delighted to meet you, Lady Montillier.
Inquisitor, I've heard so much about you, but not as much as I want. Josephine writes, but she never tells me anything.
I'm sure.
Is it true? Rebel mages in Redcliffe were performing blood rites and orgies before you stopped them.
Oh.
Where did you hear such nonsense?
Everyone in Antiva says so. Is it true?
I'm afraid not. Yeah.
Those stories are little more than wistful thinking, my lady.
Oh, how dull Redcliffe must have been then.
Okay.
This may be my only chance to hear about when Josephine was a girl.
Oh, yes. As she told you about when she was 10 and...
Yvette.
Stop. Fine. What about when we were climbing the cliffs by the...
No.
She once told the Duke of...
Absolutely not.
She still plays with her doll collection when no one's looking.
Yvette! That's absurd. Absolutely preposterous.
Yeah, I have a feeling she does.
Which power should the Inquisition throw its weight behind?
Celene has held the throne successfully for years. I see no profit in ousting her. Gaspard has run military campaigns, but never a kingdom. His transition would be, let us say, chaotic.
I kind of agree with that assessment.
Tell me about yourself, Lady Yvette. This is the first time I've encountered any of Josephine's family.
She would forget to mention the artists. I've been studying painting under Antiva's royal tutors. You should be proud, Josie. I'm going to be exhibiting my work next season in the city's biggest salon.
Have you actually sat down and finished the painting yet?
I must wait for my inspiration.
And I must wait for your tutor's pills.
Okay, she's one of those.
Which power should the Inquisition throw its weight behind?
Celene has held the throne successfully for years. I see no profit in ousting her. Gaspard has run military campaigns, but never a kingdom. His transition would be, let us say, chaotic.
Enjoying the ball?
I see many of
The dancing is so dull, Your Worship, but the Empress's gallery is magnificent.
Yvette.
Sorry, Josie.
Please continue.
Go on, Josephine.
Half Royal must be empty. So many of the Empire's finest are in attendance. They've noticed the Empress paying you special attention, but they don't quite know how to take advantage of it yet. This uncertainty won't last long, I'm afraid.
Okay.
I'll see you later.
Another time.
Okay, I still need to go speak with Liliana.
Have you heard from your nephew?
Not since his regiment joined the fighting.
I suppose I should have talked to Colin too, but I didn't, and I need to go do that. Where is Liliana? I feel like I've been out this door already. It all looks the same!
Where has that servant gone?
Did you just grab my bottom? I'm a weak man.
I'm a weak man.
Inquisitor, did you need something? The sooner we track down this infiltrator, the better.
Let's see here. You need a report.
Have you noticed anything out of the ordinary?
Not yet. It would be easier if people would stop talking to me. Other people. Not you.
I hope that's what you meant.
Do you have any advice?
Orlesian social events don't fall within my area of expertise. There are a few here we can trust. Be careful.
Okay.
Who do you think the Inquisition should support?
Gaspard's claim to the throne is fair. Orlais needs someone capable of responding to the crisis at hand. A military-minded leader seems the best option.
Yeah, he would think that. Of course he would.
You've attracted a following. Who are all these people?
I don't know, but they won't leave me alone.
Not enjoying the party.
I take it you're not enjoying yourself.
At this point, the headache I'm developing is preferable to the company.
How come?
I await your signal.
How come I can't ask him for a dance? That doesn't make any sense. All right, so where is Liliana? There's Josephine, Colin, Vivian, Sarah. There's Cassandra. Okay, so she must be here. Red Jenny's guest wing. Okay.
I still remember the day they came to tell me that my second husband, Philippe, was thrown from his horse.
I must have went right by her. Oh, she's in here. Okay.
Good. I was hoping I would catch you. What did the Duke say? He points the finger at Ambassador Briala.
The ambassador is up to something, but she can't be our focus. The best place to strike at Celene is from her side. Empress Celene is fascinated by mysticism, foreseeing the future, speaking with the dead, that sort of rubbish. She has an occult advisor, an apostate who charmed the Empress and key members of the court as if by magic. I've had dealings with her in the past. She is ruthless and capable of anything.
Well, the occult is not rubbish. Does an apostate at court? We already know that because we read the
Celene
codex.
openly keep an apostate in the Imperial Court? The Imperial Court has always had an official position for a mage. Before now, it was little better than court jester. Vivian was the first to turn that appointment into a source of real political power. When the circles rebelled, technically every mage became an apostate. The word lost much of its strength.
Yeah, I kind of thought. That was my thought to begin with.
You think she's controlling the minds of the court? That's powerful blood magic. She's worth investigating. Can't be sure of anything here. Both leads point toward the guest wing. It's a promising place to start. I'll coordinate with our spies to see if I can find anything better. I will be in the ballroom if you need me.
Okay. So, a ghoulish delight. Tells. A Ghoulish Delight by Dearest Regine. Surely you must have heard of the Pagets' falling fortunes. They've lost almost everything. The Lord made some bad decisions and trusted people he shouldn't. All that's left is La Mason, Barrett, and the Dells. They have to sell it and move to the city. I was called upon to find someone willing to buy the house. You would be so proud of me. I surpassed all the Lord's expectations. I looked into the history first. Did you know it was built in the time of the elves? It was a sanctuary dedicated to Andro, goddess of the forest. The house was built around the ruins. The heart of the shrine was an etched stone altar now in the grand hall. It's quite spectacular. Any noble in Val Royale would be envious of something with such historical significance. I planned a party to show off the house in its elven altar. We had it decorated with white flowers and candles, even brought in some hearts to graze in the garden outside. The effect was stunning. Then my stroke of genius. Remember when Lady Karen's pastime was reading about elves and how sympathetic she was to what happened in the Dells? She couldn't stop talking about how we must make contact with their restless elven spirits. All her lady companions were so taken with the idea. Well, I did just that. Or I made the guests believe that's what happened. I had to hire a mage to help, of course, a very discreet fellow from Monsamard. During the party, I talked about how the house was a haunt for sad elven spirits. They ate it all up. Romantic, they said. For the final touch, I had everyone join hands around the elven stone and pray, and the mage, no names, cast a spell that made us dance like puppets on strings and sing The Little Bluebird of Summer. It was a triumph. Offers began pouring in. One of them was even from a representative of Grand Duchess Florine. Florine? Oh, I have so much to tell you. I can't wait to return. Okay. So, did we get into the festival? Yes, we did. Okay. So, we're trying to get to the guest wing. Okay, this is Wicked Eyes. Discovered Hall of Heroes. Servants' quarters and grand apartments. Nope. Need quarters key. Whispering Elf. Is this when I have to go stand somewhere to hear him?
Leave us.
Eavesdrop on a conversation between servants. Right over here. Come on. Come on. It was working before. Let's go. Come on. There we go. Jesus.
The package is in the guest wing. Upper room.
The one of the garden. Statuette.
Okay. Read plaque. The art of the Winter Palace. Mapareth the Betrayer, carved by whoever for Empress Yvette. Open up his skirt there. Trophy room. Can we get in the trophy room? Nope. Locked. What's the sense? Okay. Trophy room. Guest wing. So I'm supposed to get in here, but I don't think I can. I think I needed the key. Oh, I did get in here.
The last 2 people we sent to the servants' quarters have failed to report.
There's been a lot of activity from the Duke's people over there. I'll send another agent.
Okay. Oh my god, here we go.
I had no idea.
Okay, we have another read the plaque. Emperor Blessed. Okay. I'm not emperors.
Gaspard is wasting his time. Nothing he does could win over the Council of Heralds now.
You should have considered that before threatening to burn them all in their homes.
Who are you?
Philippe should have returned hours ago, dallying with some serving girl while I deal with Gaspard's vitriol.
Philip should have returned hours ago, dallying with some serving girl while I deal with... Philip is a jerk.
Awfully selfish of this filly, running off to play and leaving you with all the work.
I've half a mind to inform the Dowager. That would teach him to shirk his duties to roll some elven maid. The night of all nights, leaving me to convey Gaspard's death threats to the council. Wonderful timing, Philippe. Thank you for listening to me, friend. You are too kind, Inquisitor.
Okay, so deliver... Look for conspicuous elven servants.
Interesting.
Alright, I'm clicking on it. Come on. Come on. Really? Oh my gosh. There it goes. Ah.
Boring.
Uh-oh.
Might be something here. Better take a closer look.
That's what I was. Pick up Caprice coin. Alright. 2 of 15. A conundrum of Orlean Theater. A tent. Dark Draken. A tent. King Draken turns his crown in his hands. Enter his trusted cousin, Captain Ashen. Captain Ashen, hail, your majesty. The armies wait on you. King Draken. What of the enemy? Captain Ashen. The blighted ones mass on the hill. in larger numbers than ever we've seen, King Draken. We are outmatched on the field, Captain Ashen, as Andraste armed us with faith. Our allies are weak from Cumberland, Captain Ashen. We are aided by the Maker's word, King Draken. I do not doubt, Captain Ashen, yet your brow is vexed. Draken throws down his crown. King Draken, pride killed our prophet. Her sacred words are all we've left. If victory spurns us, who will carry them forward? Who will bear the chant of light? Captain Ashen, cousin, the army waits. King Draken, make her forest soul fit to lead them. From the Sword of Draken, an examination of the life and history of the father of Orlais. It's a little wonder King Draken's life is one of the most popular tales in Orlais. After founding both Orlais and the Chantry, the charismatic young noble battled the second blight for the rest of his reign. Freyetta's praise our noble for being the first to portray Orlais' founder as a man beset by doubts, as are we all, instead of an idolized cypher. A few grand clerics attempted to ban the play, saying it criticized the current state of the Chantry, but the Sword of Draken proved too popular among the masses and the nobility and remains a staple of Orlesian theater to this day. So he interpreted everything a little differently than what people believed, and okay.
Well, well, the Inquisitor. Here as a guest of my nephew, no less. I'm curious.
Gaspard is your nephew?
I didn't know the Grand Duke was your nephew.
He's my brother's eldest boy. Always a difficult child, Gaspard. Never listened, never did what he was told. He was raised a prince. All his life we told him he would be emperor. It was his destiny, his duty. What else should he do with his life if not fight for his destiny?
Have you seen anything?
Have you noticed anything strange this evening?
My niece Florian hasn't spoken to me all evening. That's not like her.
What can you tell me about the Civil War?
If you are hoping for insight, you've come to the wrong man. It's war. It is brutal and terrible and sometimes necessary. There's nothing more to say.
What are you trying to do there, guys? Getting in between our conversation?
Another time, my lord.
Okay. Alright. This is just... I feel like I'm running around. Okay. So I'm trying to get in here. Can I get in there? Because I need to go to Red Jenny's thing. Okay.
My lady Inquisitor.
May we have a word? It is very important. The Empress has sent us with a message for you.
How do I know that's true? Yeah.
How can I be certain this message is from the Empress?
We three wear the masks of House Valmont. They signify that we are public faces of the Empress.
They are also extremely fashionable.
Sure.
I'm always honored to hear from Her Majesty.
Oh, she is the honored one, Inquisitor. Empress Celene is eager to assist the Herald of Andraste in her holy endeavor.
She will pledge her full support to the Inquisition as soon as the usurper Gaspard is defeated.
She wants my help with that?
Let me guess. All she wants in return is for me to help her defeat the Duke.
Oh, this is not meant as a bargain by any means, Inquisitor.
The support of the Empress is not conditional. It will be yours once the negotiations are concluded.
The Empress is the most skilled diplomat in Thedas. Gaspard is hopelessly out of his depth.
But we have taken enough of your time.
Please, enjoy the masquerade, Inquisitor.
Okay. Discovered. Listen closely. Listen closely to what? Who are you?
This is a private conversation.
Okay. Open the locked door in the lower garden. So the conversation... What's begun? There's blood down here? There's blood on the ground. That's what I was trying to find, a red circle. Where's it at? I don't see it. Oh, here it is. Oh my goodness, really? Come on. There we go.
Well, that's useful.
Okay, so 6 of 30. And it is an hour, I believe. It is. So I'm going to go ahead and close down this episode. And when we come back, we'll be going through more of this stupid
I didn't
charade.
expect the Inquisitor to be so delightful.
75. Alright, those are inside. Alright, so I can climb and no one's going to notice that I climbed this? Really? How stupid is that? Huh. Anyway, if you're enjoying, click like, leave a comment, subscribe, and thank you so much for watching. Sahara out.